Hello, everyone. We are Trekyards. Resistance is futile. You will be learned of information. I'm Captain Foley.
And we are Commander Coggins, and we will help you to learn all things once you like, subscribe, and join, because we must all be one.
That's right. Ooh. See, we are a collective. Do all the things he said, like, subscribe, and stuff.
But Stuart, did you know there's a Borg cube in Season 1 of Star Trek Picard?
We did know that, yes.
Mm-hmm. And what did you think of its appearance in Star Trek Picard before we asked the question of today's episode?
We were intrigued at first, and we kind of didn't learn much about it, really. There was a lot of build-up early on, and then it kind of just fizzled out as to the gray zone, all the scientists on board, where'd everybody go, and, just stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it got fired up, it became a thing, it came through the transport portal, it was really awesome.
Then crashed in the same scene.
Planet. Didn't do anything. Yeah.
Didn't do a thing. It was long-range sensors, though, and it almost shot weapons at the ship and not the planet. Still another plot hole I want to discuss at some point, why Nerissa just didn't shoot the torpedo to go up and then down. The Borg cube and the Hugh storyline and just what was the mission of Soji exactly, explicitly, and obviously the Borg cube was shut down by the fear and scarediness of Romda. But I've theorised that was more the signal that shut it down rather than her, because that would be silly. Yeah, so then at the end of the season, we get to the point where it's crashed on this planet in Federation space. That's important. It was in the Romulan territory before that, out of Federation's reach per se, but they were allowed access to it if monitored carefully. The Romulans were taking technology, stealing tech from XBs, but making them okay-ish again. But it was crashed, but they explicitly were saying it's being healed, repaired. There were weapons online, there were long sensors online, they got replicators online. The thing was going, every episode was more and more online, and we thought it blatantly obvious it was going to repair itself and fly again for the final battle. We thought that was beyond obvious, as why be there? But it does nothing. Not a darn sausage in the season finale. It's just a place to be to reuse sets that they destroyed a bit. What's going to happen next for season 2?
It's not going to be mentioned, unfortunately. Wow. I mean, I don't have faith that they'll mention it. However, it would be a good plot point to say what happened with that, because the XBs are still there. It could be that they're now working with the synths, because they're both kind of, small groups of people that
frowned upon by society.
Yeah, and might need each other to kind of
nice.
And they can help each other out in different ways. So
and not just that. Why couldn't Sung make golems for all of them and put all the XBs into new synth bodies? We know the Borg Queen, liked the idea of being, Data's advancement. So why not give all the synth, Borg synth bodies?
Yeah, like brand new shiny bodies.
Yeah, and why? I mean, the Borg cube has the technology to help Sung create more. It's a Borg effing cube. It's got a lot of tech. But you would think that a Borg cube is quite a big deal, and they sort of, imply it's a big deal many times. It's now Federation of Space.
There's a lot of unanswered questions there for sure. Because this treaty thing was a big deal. Because even Nerissa said, "I can't kill you because of the treaty, but I'll kill all these XBs." And yeah, if you're just threatening to steal the cube, well, that's a treaty violation. I can kill you now.
Well, that means she didn't kill. I mean, she can't have killed the Federation scientists then. If she was so worried about Hugh, so where are the scientists during the episode?
See, that's the question. Are they still on the Borg cube, or did they get transported off with the Romulans onto the Romulan ships, as kind of being held as guests of the state?
Well, yeah, because they'd have all been in the fleet that attacked the Borg cube then, because all the ships left. That was the whole point. It was like everything left. So wouldn't that be great if you're Federation scientist on a Borg cube, which is scary enough, and now you're suddenly forced aboard a Romulan ship and then warped away for 2 days, and then you suddenly warp in and you look out a window, you see these big flowers attacking you,
and tentacles coming out of a red spot,
and then three Federation ships are like, can you drop me off here? Like, I know that ship. Can I? No. Okay, I'm back to Romulus. Let's just lift back from Romulus. God, that was a terrible day for that. A terrible week for those people.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions with the Borg tech, and we still... 7 of 9 is now with Picard and crew.
Which is weird, because she would surely help the XBs.
Well, that's what... So her whole purpose was, like, the whole thing until that very moment. Same with Picard saying he'd be an advocate for the synths, and then...
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm leaving now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that last scene reeks of a reshoot. We've got an ending. We want to end on a... We don't want to end on a cliffhanger because of reasons. We're going to end on this. something immediate. I mean, even to the point of who is going to go back and pick up all the Borg that are floating in space that are all alive still, because space doesn't kill Borg. I mean, assuming Romulans would go back and get them because they want to steal the technology, but then now you've got all these active Borg that everyone wants to assimilate you. I mean, it's all these unanswered plot threads that they haven't even tried to answer, and a Borg cube on a planet with no defenses. I mean, do you think the synths would actually want a fleet of Federation ships defending this planet at all times? Wouldn't they feel oppressed? Would they even understand that they're here to protect the Borg cube from other people?
That would be the least of my worries. I mean, you just had a portal open up with these people that wanted to come through and destroy all organic life, so you kind of worry about them coming back. And since the XBs, which are probably left on the planet, are now, they're organics, it could be that you're going to get attacked. This being rested on this planet, is it now going to be deconstructed? And maybe part of the treaty is that the Federation gets to deconstruct it, take half the tech, send half to the Romulans because it was originally their property. Like there's a lot of unanswered questions, and I don't think we're going to get any answers.
Or because we know the Borg cube is healing itself, and I have no ability to question that it wouldn't be fully functional within a few days or hours. I mean, what do they say in TNG? That 70% of the Borg's outer shell could be destroyed and still be functional.
78%.
So the cube was mostly fine. A bit of water damage. So, I mean, come on. It was fine. It just with enough time it could repair quite happily. Yes, it didn't have the entire will of the collective to repair it, but it still could repair, I'm sure. So it would have been, maybe there was a gap in between, not that was said there was, in between the end scene and the pre-end scene, where maybe Seven launched the cube and now they're saying, XBs, own this cube. But then wouldn't they want revenge against the Romulans? Because the Romulans killed almost all of them and killed Borg. And if you've got a Borg cube, the Borg cube is too much of a threat. So would you even let the XB stay on board it? Because they have everything to lose and everything, Oh, God.
Well, the interesting thing is, what's the state of the Romulan Federation relations at this point? Because Romulans violated Federation space to follow this thing in. Sure, 709, who's not really a Federation citizen, being a Fenric Ranger, I'm not sure how that works. She stole the Borg cube. But when Narissa was going around killing all the XBs, that's got to be some kind of violation. When did she kill the scientists? Because I'm sure there's a lot of scientists that were helping the XBs, as we saw when Picard was on board, that also might have been got caught in the crossfire. That's how the scientists died. Because then you've got a Romulan killing Federation citizens, then basically going into Federation space to kill more. That's going to cause some issues, I think.
I don't see them. The vibe of the end of the season is we're moving on to season 2, as opposed to look at the mess season 1 left. Let's deal with the mess season 1 left, like the Borg cube, which the entire, the Borg cube boils down to trailer bait. That's it. It played no it was obviously going to be in the final battle. It wasn't, because then you could have had. Imagine if the final battle had been instead Riker and 2 ships. That's all we could get in the meantime. But then the Borg cube launches. Now the Romulans have to decide, do we attack when they've got a Borg cube? And you got Seven yelling, with only 50% power, we can still take on your entire fleet. And then you got this visual of this entire fleet compared to this massive Borg cube. I mean, how much more effective would that be? And save the effects rendering because you've got already made the cube.
Again, so many possibilities they didn't use. And so many for season 2 that they probably aren't going to touch. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Is this a topic you thought about? I'm sure it is. Put your thoughts down below.
It's a Borg cube. It's a big deal.
Everybody loves Borg cube.
One destroyed hundreds of ships in 359 and one destroyed hundreds of ships in Sector 001. I mean, millions have died and billions overall in the galaxy, or trillions. It's a big deal,
So let us know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join. You can join the channel as well. And you can also support us by heading on over to one of our lives where we have discussions like this all the time. And you can actually talk to us in real time about your thoughts. And we'll expand upon them and just get the whole community talking about it. Because we love coming up with discussions like this. So lots of ways to support us.
For example, Patreon, that's a great way. Joining the channel is a great way. One-time donation at Trekyards.com is a great way. Super chatting is a great way. Buying merch with links down below is a great way. Or just liking and subscribing, commenting, all that stuff is the free great way. And just tune in for next day's episode. There'll be another one.
That's right.
You know there will.
So until then, we are Trekyards. We are Captain Foley.
You have been assimilated.
That's right. Bye, guys.
Bye.